the fifth respondent company at a time when it needed funds urgently to pay its contractors. Let me continue. And then it comes to the decision. Is it Article 287 of the 1992 Constitution sets out what the Commission can do following the conclusion of investigation under Chapter 24 Code of Conduct of the Constitution. The article provides, and it continues. So it says that, as has become abundantly clear by now, the allegation of conflict of interest against the fourth respondent, having been examined in the light of facts, do not support the conclusion that the fourth respondent put himself in a conflict of interest situation, contrary to the allegations of the complainant. Accordingly, the aspect of the complaint bordering on conflict of interest against the fourth respondent is hereby dismissed for lack of merit. Secondly, with respect to allegations outside the Code of Conduct, Section 18 of Act 456 guides the Commission on action to take after its investigations. Section 18 of the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, 1998, Act 496, provides as follows: procedures for investigation, and it lists all the procedures for investigation. It continues. There is evidence on record supporting the complainant's allegations that the mandatory procurement rules stipulated under Act 663, as amended by Act 914, were not strictly adhered to in the selection and award of the contract to Ribade Company Limited for the construction of the National Cathedral. Accordingly, the Commission finds the third respondent, Board of Trustees, Directors of the National Cathedral, liable for breaches of mandatory procurement rules and procedures contrary to Procurement Act 2008, Act 663, as amended by Act 914. Observations and recommendations. The Commission notes with great concern the informal nature surrounding the processes leading up to the transfer of the money to the National Cathedral by the fifth respondent. Administrative lapses as such high position should not be countenanced. Good corporate governance requires that minutes of directors' meetings ought to be taken and kept in a minutes book. This is to ensure that the documentation of key issues discussed at meetings. Unfortunately, both the National Cathedral of Ghana and the fifth respondent, that is JNS Talent Center Limited, owned by Kwabena Edujemfi, failed to take minutes of meetings under which the issue of financial assistance was discovered. Most importantly, Section 1883 of Act 992 mandates minutes of meetings of directors to be taken and kept in a book. Section 1883 provides that a company shall cause minutes of the proceedings of meetings of the directors and a committee of directors to be entered in a book or books kept for the purpose. On the issue of absence of minutes, the board chair of the third respondent stated thus: documentation on issues involving the National Cathedral of Ghana and GNS Talent Center Limited from January 2020 to September 2021. Kindly note it was a normal administrative transaction and was therefore not recorded in the minutes of the board. It was an offer made by GNS Limited, which was paid within a short period. The fifth respondent, through its representative, the sixth respondent, also stated during his interview with the Commission that our modus operandi is that we agree among ourselves not to take minutes at directors' meetings. This is rather very unfortunate. This is a rather very unfortunate situation and needs to be discouraged. It has the potential to cast doubts in the minds of the ordinary man on the integrity of the transactions and is a very dangerous practice. The danger of such informality in the handling of affairs is evidenced in the situation where the resolution of the fifth respondent company to transfer the money to the National Cathedral SB 28 predated the formal request for the money by the third respondent. The resolution to transfer the money to the National Cathedral by the third respondent was passed on 25th August 2021, whereas the formal request for the loan to the National Cathedral is 26th August 2021, SB 2021. In light of the foregoing, and in light of the Commission taking notice of the fact that the Board of Trustees of National Cathedral are all clergymen who may or may not be well versed in corporate governance, the Commission recommends additionally that capacity building on good corporate governance be organized for the board by credible professional bodies such as the Institute of Directors. Intiminia. These are the findings. Shraj for Air Castle. There was really no documentation. Almost say Sikano is alone because Kai said, what made me go to Shraj? They said, me who said 2.6 million cedis had been transferred from National Cathedral to a company known as JNS Talent Center Limited. Me hear further enquiries and me who say JNS Talent Center Limited. Kwame Edu Jemfi dia. When I pierced the veil, went behind the center, me who say Kwame Edu Jemfi apparently is the same Victor Kusi Boateng, who is serving on the board
as a secretary.
As a secretary.
Okay,
and it's been confirmed beyond doubt. Say, or pretty as Victor Kusi Boateng, or a different set of companies, a different team, a different date of birth. And then, or pretty as Kwame Edu Jemfi, he has a different date of birth. And this is not an issue about nickname.
Yeah. Just hold on. Yeah. I mean, there's one grants it through all
exactly.
We a good reader. No wonder I'll call good student. The same way, you know, American, I know that can be sound.
Yeah.
Issues in the dorsal. Almost say, all can say to you, they kind, you know, say based on the evidence before it, before the commission. The commission finds that contrary to the complainant's allegation, that the fourth respondent, but in this case, fourth respondent,
Victor Kusi Boateng.
Victor Kusi Boateng, aka Kwabena Edu Jemfi, holds two different passports, each bearing one of his two names with different days of birth on each document. The fourth respondent rather holds one diplomatic, one ordinary passport, only under his name, Kwabena Edu Jemfi. For avoidance of doubt, at no point in time has the fourth respondent, that is Victor Kusi Boateng, been issued a passport under his name, Victor Kusi Boateng.
Yeah.
So I'm not far from right by saying that allegation or a niyama already koye emubaako se sofono na okra two names are different. So I just say entesa. Now ono ni di Victor Kusi Boateng no Ghana have omo records ni checks no omo issue passport marada and one date of birth one diplomatic passport and omo confirm e be expire next year. Into no me ka say ampa eno ya meeting. What is wrong?
What is wrong with that, Mr. Evidence now made a call Shraj. First of all, you need to ask me what is the evidence, and you need to get a copy of my petition. The copy of my petition, I'm publishing. I'm Ghana for Biehu. I'm court. I'm winning at the High Court. ASA Victor Kusi Boateng and Kwabena Edu Jemfi omo operating a criminal scheme, double identity, or operating as Victor Kusi Boateng or on the date of birth separate, or obi or say or your name are different. Usher forms our feeling official documentation available to state institutions. Until our driver's license in the name Victor Kusi Boateng. And on that omode register National Cathedral. Oko the Office of the Register of Companies. Ube say Victor Kusi Boateng our unique set of companies, including National Cathedral. Now, Oba Kwabena Edu Jemfi were registered different companies. Now, I have always maintained, sir, our different identities, which have been confirmed by the courts. But now, on the issue of passport,
unfortunately, we are dealing with the Shraj.
Yes, and Shraj,
we are not dealing with Shraj. I don't have the court ruling.
Shraj, in this ruling, Shraj has been very sloppy, and I'm going for a review on this portion of it because Shraj evidence I made it call Shraj. Oman consider evidence But Oman consider Ghana card evidence. Oman consider the driver's licenses and all the different things. They are only focused on passports. And even the passport, no crano, they are clearly confirming, say, passport now, passport no, is Kwabena Edu Jemfi. There is no passport in our database in the name Victor Kusi Boateng. Meanwhile, at all times, we are presenting him as Victor Kusi Boateng. Mina made to you say, he appointed Usher the National Cathedral incorporation documents. Edin Ben Victor Kusi Boateng. That is how he was appointed. In the appointment letter, the incorporation documents, Victor Kusi Boateng. Ebanisena, Omo issued no diplomatic passport to go and do his work as a reverend minister serving on the board to go and do international fundraising and all of that. Diplomatic passport, I'm back in the name Victor Kusi Boateng with that date of birth. In another name, Kwame Nyamekye.
And I tried to fortunate.
Yeah.
One more checks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Papa no passport ni ewu.
Yeah.
Ya omadi amana ewu.
Yeah.
Any diekutano.
Yeah.
Diplomatic, any ordinary passport baby Victor Kusi.
But is that the issue? Is that the issue? That is not the issue.
Because they said the petitioner.
That is not the issue.
It was one of your demands.
It was not. It's not the issue.
So why would
my issue is the petition I filed is you are appointing Nipa way as Victor Kusi Boateng. You have a man with diplomatic passport to do his work, and this matter even came up in Parliament. Mr. Monet, the foreign minister, by or be confirm me, say, on my issue no, a diplomatic passport in another name as Kwame Nyamekye. That is the crux of the matter. That's the government of the matter. How can you electing me as Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa? Mami diplomatic passport. It comes in another name. Ebia Abdul Basit Swala. Ana Ojo what Owusu. Does that make sense to you?
Honorable. Yes, me say, who Honorable Ablakwa, I am member of Parliament, former deputy minister.
Yeah.
Me allege say. Me wo dimbi a we use ediye official duties.
Yeah.
Now also catch them say there be we use Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa. Now me di akoko to say me susu say two different a set of names. And a passport ikuta ono date of birth say me yako. Now me dem evidence nyina match that. Na charge for Abeka say no. So far as some records concern checks obi nyina say you've been truthful because Honorable Samuel Ablakwa, passport you passport. Side didn't quite the way you swear. Where lies mimi truthness?
Ente Asemna Wokano. Does it make sense to you?
Yes.
Who operated as Victor Kusi Boateng? Who are different date of birth?
Okay, so be operating. Ambiguous kakao.
How is it ambiguous? Unim say Ghana, you want against identity fraud.
So we are sad, yeah.
Yeah.
So we are sad, yeah.
Yeah.
But what just on yes, and what didn't evidence, all the evidence going, and on also didn't the acquire, and I try. My investigation, I say, sad, and you're not crack. Until so be a review. Am I contrary evidence? For now, the man of God has been exonerated by trial.
He has not. He has not. Have you read the High Court decision on this matter?
No, unfortunately, we are dealing with the trial.
And Shraj is only read the Shraj. Read the Shraj report very well.
You knew there was this court ruling, and yet you proceeded to.
No, I went to. No, you see, do your work well as a journalist. First place I may call you a Shraj. Me na me petition Shraj. Victor Kusi Boateng and Kwame Nyamekye, the double identity man. For now, it's very unfortunate. It is. I'm speaking to a high court.
This rulings.
Which
that's right. Which you trust. And all they was some call. So the ruling has come.
But this you are misinterpreting. You are misinterpreting the Shraj ruling.
Really?
You are misinterpreting. What Shraj has said, they say. All the passports Yediama Nipa way is all in the name Kwame Nyamekye. It does not deal with the double identity fraud. It doesn't deal with the fact that this guy still operates as Victor Kusi Boateng with a different date of birth, a different name.
For benefit of your listeners, any viewers.
I mean, I'm surprised that you are. I don't know if you are paid to do this PR for the because what you are doing is totally ridiculous.
There be honorable.
What kind of report now? What kind of Shraj? The Shraj report. The Shraj report is simply saying, sir, your core passport database, he has only one passport. Ninyana is in the name Kwame Nyamekye. How does that change the fact, sir? You don't know him as Victor Kusi Boateng. Are you saying, sir, who name, sir, or when he's operating, even as a pastor, he calls himself Prophet Victor Kusi Boateng? Are you saying you don't know that?
I know. So what? The fact that I know, sir, Victor Kusi Boateng, maybe what can be the answer? Or you should double a. or yeah, double identity. What are they call honorable? Minim say, Sebi Onyame do minimum with you was every otebro. A yam kai was a sana actually. No problem. Let's move on. Let's move on. You know, maybe how can I say? Try to say, omunya further investigations, if possible. Omunya prosecution. I didn't come in because sanity you.
Yeah.
Baby, walk yeah can say nipano. What now the question? Because charges quoting said the complainant made allegations said nipano ukrase, but omunya no enye no correct. And I'm person with you to us.
Because interpretation now would to Shraj report. Shraj, what Shraj is simply saying is Omuko passport database.
Yeah.
Passport meaning now Muhu.
Yeah.
Ewo Edimba Kumu, Kwabna Eduje.
Yeah.
How does that change the fact? Nise Oko the database at DVLA, Ubehu Victor Kusibwate. How does that change the fact? How does that change the fact that Oko GRA for database, Ubehu 2 things, 2 tax identification numbers. Baku in the name Kwabena DJF, Baku in the name Victor Kusibwate. How does that change that fact? And are these things allowed under Ghanaian law? Can I operate, say, about passport, Kwabena DJF, different date of birth, about driving licenses are different name, different date of birth. Do our laws allow that? Ube Tumiako GRA has set up different set of companies with a different thing. Under Victor Kusibwate, now we're establishing another different set of companies under Kwabena Dujenfi. Do our laws allow that? Shraj has not dealt with those matters.
I see. I'm glad it's also be
yeah.
You may
Shraj hasn't dealt with those matters. And this, I know that people are desperate to whitewash the man, but the fact is the fact. There's a high court decision. Investigations being to Shraj and contradicted the fact that ye register National Cathedral, a dean or use here, Victor Kusibwate. Shraj and contradicted the fact that Uko DVLA. Ni driving license woho Victor Kusibwate. Shraj and contradicted the fact that Woko, the Office of the Register of Companies, you will see 2 sets of companies that were registered under different names. Shraj and contradicted the fact that when you go to the National Cathedral incorporation documents, Ediya woho Victor Kusibwate, but man no diplomatic passport. To do his work, it was in another name. That is the point I made. Evidence I made call Shraj, and he said, Nipa way, or see Victor Kusibwate, he appointed as Victor Kusibwate. Those are the incorporation documents. However, man no diplomatic passport to do his work, to go for fundraising and all of that. It came in a different name. And Shraj has just created a red herring. And they are only sacrificing on more credibility. Not mine, not my credibility.
But if you disagree with the ruling, like you said, you have to go for review. Otherwise, because
really, I mean, the Omaya is just giving room for more interpretation too. So because this right decision, how does it change the DVLA database? How does it change that? How does it change the Ghana Revenue Authority for database? 2 things now or one. How does it change that?
Anyway, until the review.
Because birthday on one casa or celebrate it publicly on the congregation. Obia name say 7 September. But or pretty as Kwabena Dujenfi is 30th December. Different date of birth.
So that is evidence. That is evidence I would call it before the charge. And then the mom.
But let's be fair to Shraj. Shraj and Kase Omwako check it in the driver's license. Omwako GRA. I check in the things. Shraj and Kasa. They are only looking at passports, saying only 2 passports. The passport is in one name. I have always maintained that. I have always said, appointing your man position as secretary to the board of the National Cathedral as Victor Kusibwate. But man passport. Obia, all those who were appointed, Reverend Isud Anaba, Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, Paul Opoku Mensa, Apostle Opoku Nyina, Omo diplomatic passport, aligning with Omo official names. Onon kwana ni diplomatic passport by is in another name, Kwame Nyamekye, different date of birth. And if you call this an exoneration, I don't know, I don't get it. How does this amount to an exoneration?
Anyway, Mate, second issue, and also we have a press conference a couple of days ago. Meaning, after our press conference, in Sema Abba, near many people will consider say where nyana rights and now that's which now so a school and nyani be an also say a more ebiana say and I the school for after a year of press brief in the way, you know, and near my abano. Because I near many people one kind of sang open and I say, who does we baby ujina?
Medaso agina bibia mijina because in semna ninyina mede toja no kre trodo facts and wow name say me ka bibia. I base my submissions on the evidence, on the documents. Me the documents ninyina aba u studio. Me kra o me say mo FDA investigative report on this matter. Okay, investigative report we FDA Ashanti Regional Head John Laye Odai Tete Onono signing. Or say 20th December 2023 Omunya a tip off. Say Obi a year rebagging. A more I aspire I go beyond the best before date. A more a free India. Moshosho rice. Nanso omo a year rebagging. Ede to new bags. Our machoso ECOWAS rice made in Ghana without expiry dates. My main kind reports, and so there will be enkase. Mina may create this. Let's say findings.
Go ahead.
The findings outlined below were arrived at during the preliminary investigation at the storage facility, as well as a meeting held with the Deputy Education Minister, Honorable John Tim Fojo, on phone, and two representatives of the importer, Lamens Investment Africa Limited, Eli Dogbe, Operations Manager, and Simon Ejay, Ashanti Regional Coordinator. Moshosho rice, 25% broken white rice with registration number FDACE 2701 was imported by Lamens Investment Africa Limited. The notified party is the National Food Buffer Stock Company. The rice was imported from India by Satya Balaji Rice Industries PVT Limited. The facility had been repackaging Moshosho rice from its original yellow 50 kg polypropylene bags, figure 1, into white 50 kg polypropylene bags with the inscription Sidao ECOWAS Regional Food Security Reserve, figure 2. Whilst the best before date on the Moshosho rice was December 2023, there was no date on the new bags being used for the repackaging. Additionally, the country of origin, India, had been changed to Ghana, thus concealing the identity of the rice. The repackaging exercise was carried out without FDA's approval nor supervision. The storage facility had neither been licensed for storage nor repackaging. The facility had no qualified trained person to supervise its activities. And these are the findings of FDA for any tip-off, any Ashanti Regional Police Command. Say, over 22,000 bags of emu. Omudi free Accra. Storage facility, a friend of Lynbrook, Ediaba Ashanti region. NAFCO for storage facility. Na NAFCO, any laments, aye kanana, omu eye rebagging. Now, what is shocking is minia rebagging na omo ya no. No omu nim say emono asay, emono apro. And yet they didn't care about the health. Yankola omo health, omo safety. And they went ahead to rebag. At the time of the tip-off, no more 15,000 bags. Until police for a call hono. Me will letter police for no Troy, 21st December 2023. And this is a letter signed by JJ Boy, confirming say omako criminal activity no, omoache nkrofo no, and na lock storage facility no. Na attach samples to FDA for testing. Me wo FDA test results no wa ha. Mate say ebi ka say emo no yeah, the omo ye no man ye ni ye repackage no omo violate our laws. Nanso the issue is the rice no wholesome. Meaning all kind the 6th February FDA test results, a copy of which I have here, signed by Mary Vivian Hammond, Marian A. Comey, and Joseph Ufosusian. Omunyina signing. The state clearly said, "Emono, it has presence of insects, emwa ewum, and it does not conform to the compliance standard." I'll give you copies of all these documents. And fat acidity, so it's here that high fat acidity does not conform to the statement. May the FDA test results with the amount doctors. Doctors now catch you say, "Emunwe no, and say na ubia edi." It should not have been distributed to our schools. But sadly, answer na test results no by 6 February. Na by the 1st and 2nd of February. Na order from above. Say munche emono. Enti emono ya check in all our schools. Yankola edi emono. Now FDA for air strangely say omo a extension.
Yeah.
Meaning makai all the laws.
I'm glad to say what.
Yes.
What is all makan bibisa?
Makai all the laws at 851 LI 1541 FDA for Ankasa Act. Minhu tumia emrano emma FDA say eduane I reaching the best before date and I expire on to me a extension. I haven't seen in the laws. Obi therefore be any law be or baby. I am my FDA to me to do that extension on to me appointed to the law. That's one. Point number 2. FDA for Ankasa I admit to say eduane edu the best before date. Any further extension, what it means is eduane no the quality bafum. The nutritional value bafum. Enti ebanese na oman we nkola yede ato muse munsho omomaye. Officials are not embarrassed. They are not ashamed. Say they are telling us yema omo eduane a quality no abafum. I mean, when other countries they are boosting their food they are giving to children so that nutritional value no be cost through, so that their IQs, their academic performance will rise. Meanwhile, no company where a can has laments. Omankasa achirokrata. Omo admit say omanye ni ye. No krata no at January 2024 admitting to the violations of the law and paying a fine. Omutua half 50,000 and no there's another scandal there because original FDA roadmap of 29 December internal memo my intercepted a copy the FDA forecast ombeye one omuka say ombe stop rebagging 2 emuni nyina no omu bekwa confiscate no more dispose ombe say emuno. That was the original roadmap. And then 3 ombe fine company 150,000 cedis. How come this original 29 December 2023 roadmap was not followed? Mene ukasese say no. Yankola eduane a high insect infested, high fat acidity. Eduane enya wholesome. Meanwhile, ukai 2021 Auditor General's report. Na anka a year 2021 ton NISS a blacklisted company way. Laments enye a company that should have continued to be serving food because Auditor General indicted in 2021 that they were serving unwholesome food. Me Auditor General report no I can read paragraph 608, page 133 of the Auditor General's report for you. And then the Ehami say, even with this so-called extension, this illegal extension of Muye, unim say na headmasters need him, matrons need him, because bags are already called schools. No, the new bags no, na expiry date be in this. Ente Mineo Kasese say, I have evidence from some of the schools say, even as recent as June, July, August, because a mono a dozen, and the schools don't consume this in 1 day and now 1 week. And how would the schools have known, say, Ediane we no extension of FDA diabano up to April 30th? How would they have known when you didn't state it on the back of the rice? And the akosono there, I am clear in my mind, say, heads must roll. Anka, if we were in some other country, NAFCO for now, omo bi omo facility, omo ni lamens where ye kanana, anka ya pame omo. NAFCO and Nana Boache board chairman Abdul Wahab, yes, CEO, they will have been fired and prosecuted long ago. FDA4, who have entertained this company, pampered them, colluded with them, giving them this illegal extension. FDA4, they have questions to answer, and they should be fired. Ministry of Education, may they expose way to John. My initial reaction was that, this is strange, this is what is happening, and all of that. Only for me to publish the FDA investigative report, I confirm say as far back as January, Deputy Minister of Education, Reverend Intim Fojo, was informed about this. Ministry of Education could have taken steps to stop this rise from entering our schools. And media, I am clear in my mind, sir. We need an independent investigative body to look into this matter. Number two, all those who have conspired in this criminal enterprise now, they have to be prosecuted and dealt with. Ubekaya Mawako, is that the name of that restaurant?
Yes.
Ukai, the way when the food poisoning case was reported, how FDA for moving in, closed it down the place, a sanctioned company, and made them to comply. As we speak, Unem said NAFCO for almost storage facility, FDA investigations not more yet. Omo establish say almost storage facility has not been registered. In flagrant violation of 851.
Almost said no fine
No, where you NAFCO, almost finding laments. Almost finding laments. But NAFCO has not been sanctioned in any way. NAFCO has not been sanctioned in any way. And that is problematic.
Okay.
I mean, look, omo air process eduane, omo serve eduane to Yankola. We need to have standards. There ought to be officials there. It is for good reason. Emrane say you must meet certain standards. And call register. Who register? Then we know that this is a storage facility. Now, Obia, the FD officials, omo supervise. Anka, if this was a registered facility, Anka omo makwai for this rebargain to take place. And yet, as we speak, Obia and directly NAFCO said, mo making sure say more storage facilities, their work Kumasi and other places Munko register and bring the place up to standard. And yet they are still feeding our children.
I say 8 minutes after 5. Honorable, Uba Kumasi Nabe. And they are not by. Me what 10 minutes I may send him out. I can few days near Kotuaba. A dear message and no more mutie. Ubit media mom. Say. Omubetimi baby awo omanyu kwaye NDC omuntimen to aba enfama
yo medase edi kan my main fan to just say amanyosem no politics ayeye sena yebeye omani ye. Politics is not just about say waji to me dia udi to me no beye. Osha President Mahama track record, the track record of the NDC. Share Impunto Juma a year in the Ashanti region. Up to now, MPP by power, they cannot have any project ever compete with NDC's projects. Share KJTR market, share hospitals are see from Fomena to Tepa. Osha acquire bridges are see. Osha National Hospital Equipping Project. Say woko Comfornochi equipments. The state of the hospital is in disrepair. Equipment do not break it down. We hear the CEO Yate Otumfuo Ankasa or raising funds to save Comfornochi Teaching Hospital. That was not the case. Time and NDC was. Share scandals are can once. Sika to me abua or mine. $58 million. National Cathedral in summer year can. The government of the issue is over $58 million. At the time, 339 million Ghana cedis. All we see, amuna kesia. Insuto na adane swimming pool. Sa $58 million no. The Bashanti region imagine what that money can do. Schools are better me see, hospitals are better, acquire better me aye. Na enye National Cathedral kwa yanka yesika nyina aban way because of corruption katasheshe ni jireminti. She Palugo Dam $12 million a year. Sky Trade $2.5 million a year. Sputnik V $2 million. Ejapa $12 million. Drip over $100 million in inflated projects. All of these hundreds of millions of dollars. The question is, Adentina, Sika wea yebetume ediaye omani ye. Sikano, we've seen all of what has happened in this country. Akwako she in Profo, they cannot explain why they should have our taxes. Obiti said Carisames, Yaman is $6 million of our money, our America, in the name of Koye fundraising for National Cathedral. When actually, no, he was just supposed to raise the funds and then you give him a commission. But yeah, Yatam Yesika Ediamano, $6 million. Into Ocean Yama Winyana Akoso, including the mismanagement of this economy. Baumia was presented as Obia or what Nimdia Eba economy. Or Nona or what the magic wand to save us. And then they see rather under the economic messiah, we have faced the worst financial crisis in history. Debt exchange program, financial haircuts, terminologies are yenteda, which we were never accustomed to. Now it has become part of our lexicon. Mino Casas is say millions of Ghanaians or more life savings or more for many years, many decades, and their life savings have all been taken away. Okai Yerua Kama, the late boss of Kama Pharmaceuticals.
Kama Group of Companies.
Okai, the last public pronouncement about what has happened to his savings, what has happened to his investments. And this December 7, 2024 elections now, it is about punishing mismanagement, punishing misgovernance. Anka NDC we deserve to be punished. The same way the MPP deserves to be punished. We need to reset Ghana. And Usha, the vision that we have for Ghana, Usha your manifesto, dear President Mahama, or promising, or say Oba, Ahunchira Abba, Obey Huejuma. COVID levy, obey ye free home. Ghana, the only country in the world, goes to COVID levy. Or say betting tax, obey ye free home. Or say Oba, emissions levy, ebeko. Or say Oba, e-levy, ebeko. Until all of these taxes will be taken away to ease the burden on the ordinary Ghanaian. In addition to that, you better establish a Women's Development Bank. Na ye mame omo trading, entrepreneurs, dedicated to women entrepreneurship, women traders, market women. Ombe to me access funding from the Women's Development Bank. Na omanya omusika they are expanding omo business because ahochire no those businesses now air collapse. In addition to that, yeka say yeba free SHS, contrary to the propaganda say free SHS yebe collapse no enye no kra. Yena ye promulgated 1992 constitution and ye did two constitution they must say basic education should be free, compulsory, universal, and secondary education should be progressively free. Into free SHS no, it is our vision, it's our idea. Yena ye did to Article 25 of the Constitution. The year can say there are three major problems with free SHS. Bako a double track because we are not investing in infrastructure, dormitories in Niho, classrooms in Niho. You see, ye expansion, blocks no, ye be reading na ye ba space aba to be able to accommodate the students. We are stating emphatically say ye expansion projects to abolish double track. Number two, eduane na enye we have just been discussing eduane apro yede ma yankola. Yes, we will address that issue. We will give power back to the heads so that heads no be decentralizing na omo ato omo eduane and made in Ghana. Aden krana is say you import more from India when we have the capacity to grow rice in Ghana. 3, dedicated funding. Free SHS need dedicated funding. Yes, we will have dedicated funding to deal with it. Then we are also saying that yeni anoma omu secondary school or motifie omu to me and progress. Yehu say it is about admission fees. Inti yakasa yabe absorb all admission fees. Government befa admission fees. So inti unya admission to university and no fee stress policy. And so what's your admission fee so that you can progress to the tertiary level. And if you look at our vision and the 24-hour economy, sana yeka say ejuma beba, industrialization beba, 3 shifts so that we can address the growing unemployment. Unemployment is at an all-time high, 14.7%. As I say, yetumi address this bottleneck. Destroy the dignity and the confidence of our young people in this country. And this is our vision. This is our manifesto. And yentu aba for experience. Obia waye bida. Obia oye osi adieyo. Obia we can be rest assured say yeah the online way action is a afena or excuses, but he can hit the ground running. It's about resetting Ghana. It's about the future of our children. It's about a new kind of leadership with integrity. Leadership are protecting the resources of our country. You're protecting the assets of our country. State capture, corruption, and all of that. A new model, a new style of leadership. That is what this country needs.
Honorable Yabedasi, say, baby, you free by that traffic, you know, but utimi ebedru hano. Nyamenka wona baby you could be menim so ubedu tapansa na wakodia.
Ba me mako.
Okay. Mati, yeah that's pa.
Yo, mesomedasi. Nyamenshwa moni ejima pa moya.
Okay. Honorable Samuel Okujetu Abrapa, Member of Parliament for Northton, former Deputy Minister for Education, or no, and Secretary and Common. Yeah, decision time, and Ogusa Wuti, I last year, but then I commercial, yeah, Tenebape, Dr. Yao Amankwa,
Chale, you dey hear the filler where they go round. I hear say the Electoral Commission dey register some voters for secret places. Them add thousands of names to the voters register. Means ever hear say they do one for the EC headquarters. Then fee are thousands of voters for the ruling party in Stronghold and delete names of voters for the opposition in Stronghold.
If these rumors are true, then the upcoming elections cannot be free and fair. The Electoral Commission needs to address these allegations immediately.
My people, let me set the record straight. All these rumors, they are nothing but pure lies.
Really?
First of all, 21 days before the registration exercise, the EC publishes all registration centers in the Gazette, and every single political party knows the location of all these centers all over the country.
Okay.
Secondly, all political parties have their agents at every registration center nationwide. Accredited observer groups, even international observers, they are also present at these centers.
Yes.
All political parties receive both start of day and end of day reports at each registration center. They use these reports to collect the figures of registered voters. Simple. Finally, registration, the total number of voters published by the Electoral Commission always matches with the figures collated by the political parties from all the registration centers throughout the country. Just if it be anyhow. There is no doubt about it. So my people, don't fall for all the lie that is flying around. The registration process is totally transparent. Now we know the truth.
We won't fall for these lies anymore.
Now you know the truth about the voter registration. The EC ensures a transparent process at every step. Share this information and help stop the spread of misinformation. Remember, the EC logo fee add one figure self to the registered voters. The 2024 election registration process, it be French, it be clean, no glulu.
Era, me pacho brana me hwa de wo bag.
Bra, aden, ena so biem.
Time eba me hye ya me ka se yi ba kwin. Ani wayi me ensen.
Bra, sanya time eba me hya, esia gyemi ni me fiefo enya de abako ebeso yen.
We de udi se ofa ni nyina.
Time eba me hya, me ka se me di one dance ya heaven ena de me kwa akopie. Enti se malaria, we draw ne time eba me hya.
Enye enu nko, de nanum ato a wontimi ani die no. Time eba me hya duro no ena eye ma wo. Oba a wafa afuro de wo ma akwada no fo. Any akwada woni fie dumienu entimi num aduro yi bi. Se obeto aduro yi bi anoma, hwe se wako hospital anase lab ameye hu se wo atridie malaria yi bi ansa. Se opeta meba misha enu edutu atu a, fo ani kire KNG Herbal Center ewo Emrom Abidjan House. Ana ba ko so wo atonsu Monaco Junction.
Eno echi obenya bi atowo over the counter medicine sellers. Any herbal shop dodo na emu.
Tre 0244 417669.
Kayo set time no time. Time herbal mixture. Afi malaria fever bi adani ziba ewo munu be tuako.
FDA aji ejodi enkratu yi atu.
I'm saying that Ghana must not introduce 3SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. Many mistakes have been made by countries in Africa already with 3SHS.
Okanse entimi maso, okanse eyedaiso bi, nanso MPP the free SHS aba. Enfia so a etwam yi mo no, esuafo bebru 5 million and wanya faso, every free SHS. Free SHS ma akwanya beda ho, ama wanya wani biempo enya biko.
Kane no, na mabusia ntimi ntwa mditi ya ho kawo. Nanso tibeta mama kunya ama misua mi ankasa misamu ejuma. Ehwehwe daache papa ama me.
Free SHS Mame Aquinia Mame Ko Senior High School. Misia Science said that she may a doctor.
Free SHS, the pie di Asha Ghana Dachim Puntium. Womaya Moya Melpo Dacha Mobile. Wabra yet to Abama number 1, December 7, to Abama Baumia.
College of Distance Education Code, University of Cape Coast, UCC. Semen Fankrato Imra Mose, Omwe Bie Kwaya to Wamo, Bia, or person Neo Besuade, where undergraduate programs, Mitra Diploma, and a bachelor's, and a postgraduate programs, Mitra Masters. Sabano undergraduate programs noa, Omoye Education, Business, Mathematics and Science, and the Arts and Social Sciences. And as Sabano postgraduate programs no soa, Omoye Education, Business, and the Arts and Social Sciences. So performs apa, Ubeyebi Osika Kramia Mebebubosi, GCB, ADB, Zenith, Consolidated, Republic, Prudential, GT, ARB, Sika Kramia Kitwa, Authority Omeimu, and the Ghana Post and Kramata Yina. Obetumisu de Weniatra Mwa this year Miemia, and our regional offices are no more control form. Kayo, sa dissuade da pere yankwa. Open Tremubia Afre 0503 934 094 and 0257 902 899 and our Kwamo website www.ucc.edu.gh. Namameka will say Sebanus Yapon Etiso Ewa Ghana and West Africa. UCC, the University of Competitive Choice.
Hey, oh no, no. And so dear Janim nom dear. And so when I went out to me, oh, I'm a call crowd on you.
Hey, flow natural mineral water. So nim some dear at the peppy anywhere better mamint you. And super peppy and sucroiding. They are so your boss son so. So Jabia was a drew who a drew. Ama FD and Swadia too. And your friend flow natural mineral water. And no namenya de wogun drone so ya. Me one of grand conasa woman as you. So be pen supanoma. Hey, flow natural mineral water. Ya was sachet water bottle water kesia dantemo ne nketua. And ye what dispensers are. Ye DC officers any mia mancrofo bibinom. And super peppy wo baby dia na enueni. Ada dientem ejusu Accra Road. Eho and ye wo. Mo kwa ye party emu aye froni ade say. So wo mineral water and one flow natural mineral water. Entina de ye koni flow natural mineral water.
And ye fine kwe. What is fufuro bi asifie ha. Na ye flow natural mineral wateramenum.
What the number no na wa frɛ na order bebre 0500 106010.
Flow natural mineral water. And super obianumbi.
Medofo yare bɛn na ɛha wo na wopɛ sɛ wohunu nea ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ wo nipadua no ana baabi a wokɔ a ɔbɛhwehwɛ ɛwono yadeɛ na wasan ama wo ano aduro ana ane sesei deɛ yadeɛ abuso yadeɛ adɔso nanso anidaso abafi tutumrika neko dark herbal complex yɛwɔ pɛkyi number 2 sɛ woduru Trader Junction pɛ a wo sɛ okɔ dark na taxi ana sɛ pragea wɔ hɔ a ɛde wo bɛkɔ yare bi to say syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, high blood pressure, awom problems, any diabetes there, or tenote, anti-bradank, ma yemwao, se open chiremwa, fre 0244 017 556.
Memwakwa baba elji nyoma pa ma ofie ya akono. Why ya krado se ubenya nyoma pa beche wo ofie. Ehwe baabi a wo efri se ye wo elji nyoma pa efe ya akono te se TVs, refrigerators, washing machines, microwaves, home theaters, ni nyoma pa be. Ma LG TVs ma wo ho enye fefefe. Fa ye LG soundbar ni home theater jiweni. Ma ye LG refrigerators ni chest freezers ma wo jade nya krabehwe. Beji LG washing machine ni dryers papa no bi. Na mani o masie anya easy anya no nko awo transe jojo ho na ma ya invented air conditions amwa won from papa bowra shopping mall bi am kwachi wo de efe se e brasto se ye di LG ba ye fie LG abraba ya kono
27 after 17. In other words, 27 minutes after 5. Decision time and Ogusa Utino. Yet, yes, your guests, you know, yet, Professor Sapon, yet, Honorable Samuel Kujoto Abrakwa, Aka, Dr. Jao Amankwa, aka Amanke. And Yama, you know, Sewaha, Wekuaha, Sewa.
Yamfashim Tawo.
Na mene amankwa
ene na memawa ha ema wajo ebiem ma me breka cry na Dr. Mahmoud Baumia mampani abedi echi a wotu Frank Adiama NPP abunuko no me no mo ne ho nkomo kakra Dr. Baumia de eyedin eda babia obi ani no na nkofo nim se obaaye wasesa oman ne papa wono na de abefo niema ba enei yenya digital Ghana agenda na nsachaye de aba no ebi ye mobile money interoperability abo adwuma manne ukita wo phone okọ account num sika no hwan na ade koma no hwan na de brew bibia ye paso ne ye koyenim wa ma brabo na ye mre ye hwan hin han ye wono kro ya no de yi pharmacy ba ye you. Ene wuti fie wuti mi Fredro we na mepe. Ubomu se wonsaka. Ama ene obia ni ha wotete. Na de ye kama pa kra no. Eye zipline medical drone delivery system or the buy no. Eno na nka baabi tu ayentimi fa moja ni nrom kono. Ubomu anse drone papa na dia kodu. Oh, Dr. Mamu Baumia, papa ni weni swade huno. No you nipa stronko. Eno so nti wose. Bibi pabi esine ni so opeso sisanga na Africa no we. Na to abanema no. Na sansa che papa no wontimi emfamra. Sa oman papa wo dia be ni se December bosom ne de to sonson no kwa to waba Emma Dr. Mamu Baumia order number 1. Esro wa to fama no. Unu so aye bida. Ai ne ho abakosam ne da ho track record. Enti utuma no no di nkonima bebre no woye. Wosi ye nkamum ne enti so ye man no. Ye da action ye pe no ebetimi abem. It is possible.
Afemi wo 2074 Mr. AKAT 74 Edimau edu awuru mogye mu no yade bia besi o na clearly ho on say typhoid you sense we kidney you say hepatitis B you sense o babu nsan ya sutu na akrampo chest pain so afei so also pressure ni nyina krutu engu no ni nyina tontina na afei wo ye adwuma kakra bia no abre lungs nso nyina ba wuru mu nyina fine ohun na afei so obo wa kunkun rough Mr. yen clean nyina mfiri ho afei wo ye sportsman anase woman wo hia paso nya stamina ye adwuma no so bobolu sense kra wutum likho high jump ni nyina da tontina 74 AKAT 74 Bomodamian TC Pharmacy any herba shop be across Ghana. O number near 0246 073498.
Upon the Yancy about to us what Tabia Heba products or Wamsis and Tuntum Kekao would see Pai Wanumto, we are Bohonaji Wenya. Tabia Heba Mr. and no any Dupai Diabro. You should be no Bonswa was 3D and the Fiafia winning in Egu. Afe ya what Tabia ta kum. A draw with your mamma dio, a year a one harmony a dear ye. Bema Bubobi and a Huntony, a Jumadimbi and who I want to mean. Alcohol him to be a bit to me unknown. Your Tabia natural capsules. A draw, William Tim Den, Usisi ya, Nakoko do ya oh no. Afe Tabia Zanike, where they are the palm infections, Yariana Sass any free bar. Kunintam nom Tabia Zanike, a bamwa who den a sabusti immune system no. Ghana have a beer to ambro for dronia bibidro, Tabia no pay a buso, Nanso Mubia Yama pinfo, Mamma Menu for them of Roman and Fiat Dumino, for 0243 686861 0245 749206.
Afe Presbyterian Guest House. And so you must ya will do ya Santi Presbytery or Mofis wa one crampedman a year Ramsia Presby Asafumaya Dumaya Abusia Yanko Nasa Guest House. Oh, Uko ni beji Ubinya baby pada Ubinya bian pedi Ubinya supanum and I feel crowns baby have a packet council security file 24/7 and I face you can manager Fisa ACGG or Media. Oh, a generator them 24/7 into Baha Nijipa amount for Babet Damo to me Juamon woman Papa Pen to D and TMP Pediabang. A Presby Guest House near can once me Brana for your Mompire Crump and Pure so now that with Nasonepa and one Bomodami and Tissicrum. Offer number we see another bonko Makancho si wo dum here Asante Presbytery office or ya Ben Ramsia Presby Asafuna. O number nini 0201 057696 0201 057696.
Ma yan phone see na ye general manager for decision time and to us.
Ghana for the 7th December ayi mampani kofra obesi na na do danko akufu ado anai na wayi mrasebedafo na hwai ne benya mampani akonwa na di. Decision time. Parliament e wo say enkonya 137 e one side and 137 plus 1 elsewhere side. Na drama ahodo de Ghana for ye di ye ne hunu bi. Decision time. Ghana jina ya yipa fufra obeti omanani emfie na ya urban. Decision time. NPP say breaking the AIDS. IDC say lie. Ama so 80 bi Ghana sisane nsano. Alaga shese mu buaja. GTP Great Transformation Plan ekoso. The new force say wabetri aponso prinkanya kokumase. Dr. Hassan Ayarega. Every adonko. Boom. Ani fracture 24 kind of sue. Decision time. Abusia and se wo nyina nche. Meka wo bi na Ghana ye yi a eyema ye ne yemma. E free sabre kwesi abato bre no. See a decision time. Hello 101.5 Fresh FM Kumasi Ejuada Kosi Fiada Bia Ariano mi ensa kosi anwumre no nsia Mondays to Fridays 3 to 6 p.m. Debia decision time Hello FM
33 minutes after 5. Dr. Jimaro Amankwa, A.K. Amanke, KNUST Senior Lecturer, member of MVP Communication Team. Doc, Akwaba.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm a call here.
Yeah, me do.
A brain you.
I need the traffic and what the pop. Maybe you'll be be old budget.
Sanity. And just straight away, I can feel this. Maybe they be now to near Kotuaba.
I'm in chat.
I'm
in chat. And now they don't go for do. Any Dr. Momun Bomia, any penny for Napo, Dr. Matthew Pogu Prempe, regional minister, any or regional executives, which are now. As I'm saying, Mama said, Shraj Ede, the verdict Abana, the ordinance of Mukoya, still on Tiasi, to the extent that already. Credibility issues. I know there we cannot answer them because verdict no ones are enyaba. What do some ABC or the court no ababu say bibi sa ebiano anyhow. And the men try so justify when your politics you politics in free. So you politics in free because the same shot okay for the expedition. No one that said John Dramani Mahama, the former president, now a kind of fast a day gift, your constitution, and you're right. Also, it was wrong. Okay, we know when I can't answer. So I said, a kua, and I said, Gupa, yay, Emra, I say almost say, Bibiba, home no so would. Bebesa no say onya abutrena yemra enye djuma until say obekofo review no onya ni sem na opeke ka no because tiemu I mean the whole Ghana mobia ti say papa yi culpable but dey koye no okoko na sem omadi ewie mo ho say ofa no ho edi. Now when it comes to food products I think that Omayimu Food and Drug Authority. Omna yemomu satumino. Omna omutimi a certified product yet wholesome and I say yet wholesome. So what I say, and say best before. I think that it talks about the quality. Also, when it comes to your wet products and your dry products, dry products, can extend it. When especially when the moisture content has not been varied, now moisture content intact. In such a way say a bit may absorb more moisture. It will stay for sometimes it can even go beyond 3 years. That's what I said. It is a Food and Drug Authority. I'm almost quite said they can use it. I mean, we should take them say before me ama a say. And I say wholesome no. Now some tests might have been done. They will not just say it just like that. They will do some tests because even proximate crowd will even tell you say, moisture content they're saying the protein the woman are saying the ash are saying the carbohydrate are saying fat content are saying ash are saying all those things will be determined. That's it. No, so say nipedia. At least they'll get some quality nutrients about product. And sana wa ma the authority say over me I could use you. But when you talk brakwa, make sometimes being rotten tomato, maggot tomato, all these things came under the pretext of what you call elections. Just before the elections, and as or the ebabonti enti nyai na emra enye dwuma ewo oman mu na I believe say some schools have even reacted to some of these issues enti onya botre na Ghana enkonanim na decision time Ghana kwakoto aba 7th December na enipa ejina Your Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And now, the former president, John Dramani Mahama. John Dramani Mahama, wababi di, omano soda. Intima, omo kasa, momo ka, ne trasa, nanka mbepese mi ti, honorable, kujitu ablakwa, nanko kana, nanko ka, the past. Because the okaya, is a formula, tepa. And I was thinking, say, tepa, what was the stage? Formula, any stage bend in every. It was around 40%. This government, it might be about a complete. And it tells you, sir, this government, sir, Oba, na say, a very fufu be a ye Oba no about the na, then you animal there, they want to take glory when it is not due. Oka, Kejitia market phase 2. And I'm Kwaswa Eba. What do you say? It was designed for 108 capacity vehicles. And now, stores only about 8,000. What do you find say 5% of almost stores in the use car. 5% 400 vehicles in the room. And then the capacity 108. Meanwhile, almost ton near Manunquapo. Omcast 400. It the next Omcra occupy from Hogre every. So that's it. Now, stores bear 8,000. Now, year registration for vehicles, over 1,000. And here 108, over 1,000. And this whole year phase 2. Would you go in the same tangent? You have to redesign. Or say MPP, redesign. Now, from who you now, I will say vehicles. Now, say over 1,000. And that is a government. Or yes, be a yeti. Men so be ba na me beto asa de na se enya emwa na me so me beto aso. That be or say redesign so that a form one vehicles na a slow the first floor no infama omo etuntum buja omo tuntum tomato omo tuton kakuro omo ton nam. They are not supposed to be in a shop. Omo tina abontin omo ton yen create space infama omo so enyoma there. So the new design, this is how the government intends to do it. It's more behind because government, a delay. No, I think the right thing must be done. And you are dealing with what? Columns, you are dealing with what? Beams. It is all structures, engineers, and also more it me redesigning. The who say load that should be can be supported by the beam. Now columns also to me are containing the structure. About Konongwa. You bit maka hospitals are this government aye juma. Konongo tepa somna kumewu sewia enna konfanochi old project na di over 40 years. Almost check structural integrity and I feel here. It is a fairly one dia. I will say a dino ububu this government it mebubu ama sisi do a very stager. I believe that I couldn't him.
Where Mr. Me do call a chicken to me establish bibi. Say Tamana Yeka National Cathedral Semono. So for Victor, Nishu by me produce a day in the moment. Na me nya fu a. It's not Cecilia lawyer Bismarck, baby will be a Michelle or the commission and Kasa. Ni ruling good sign good and seal good. Now issue for determination. Once that's what they are some court in this body now or match the issue sign or may good. Because of arrangement, but some say issues are or more determinant. More crying. Or we Bibiano say 6.0 issues for determination. The issues for determination are as follows. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seventh issue. Not before the commission. I'm determined. I'm a ruling. Yes, sir. Whether or not Victor Kusibwatson, aka Kwabena Edujenfi, put himself in a conflict of interest situation by being a member of director or the National Cathedral Board, and the same time a director of so. Me baby be no can okay, and number 6, issue number 6 was whether or not Victor Kusibwatson, aka Kwabena Edujenfi, holds 2 different passports, each bearing one of his 2 names with different dates of birth on each document. So issues are being determined. Complainant are what they want some call. And a year determined. It's our point away. And try that because almost here was hardly when you're not correct. And I may try to be explaining to say that aspect in it, yeah. Commission is a big piano. And also one call for that. But one call for that, issues to be determined by the commission, or at the camp.
You read it, Ramon said, say, and now they buy this had it. You call Supreme Court. I want to try a summer. Yet, they read it. Yes, Obia, so that if there are any corrections, you make
issues are no good enough. I know about 7 points.
Yes,
sir, Sophono. What the bar said, Okradimi, or passport me, a biani different date. And then I come.
It mean who didn't I feel glad you're doubtful or more interview. Or more I mean, I didn't put Yawa and
I don't need to speak to Suffer Victor.
It was very unfortunate. That's not catching on. I am very unfortunate. Maybe I know only one.
Suffer Victor, some papa or my Missika and your bonibia, but on record, me. Until somebody back to our consul, let me name say William Biaba. Kenneth and I draw my attention, say, Abba, now one of us over can want them, and what they mammy. Say, Siana lawyer Bismarck, Madame from your uncle, I did fool in the bread. Intermediate, say, you may be a so challenge you be a no cast matter. Into no honorable, baby on them be a yes, issues out the core commission, no canon.
Yeah,
and no mamma ruling on that.
Yeah,
there was all tears, yes, I want that aspect in there. What?
Also tiasi we politics now okoso ye no enko ba bia also tiasi na ye kwani intimida se pa se what be this answer mu aba na o hwe na se be ko yi tattoo bato a ewo Sine West honorable Joseph Kuma Maki ne constituency ene hono na me call tattoo baton baby asini river no enam fan na me start say me bisa o man for say emfaso ben na munya ewo NPP emu eba kwan eba education eba health mu dey pa na munya eso faso. Do you know say o mo kan say drones no o menya so faso pa na yen dey ti kuma yenya ehu drones no wonso faso ene bi no say ye de kututwa amafo nakedness say omo yiyi omo ho enenam ena ye tututwa omo pictures and so omo dware a say Ghana de odware a ogira bonte ena odware ena drones no etwa amafo pictures oni omo say dako drones no because getting access to omo ho no is very difficult. Ena omo need big hospitals na ye wo bia akese konfa no tie ni dozu onus chip compound almost say dako drones no mako it be back mako and nine about drop edu nesako osim faso o manya no inside the way free Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia what I say apomodin serious one as they say omo design omo construct drones no say kwade omo so adwene say hey na say nkofo bi take advantage okay adrofi embrace show flooding bi ba hono mana enkwa kwa tries and say na kan ntimi ko na moto ntimi ko na bicycle ntimi ko
search from
place yes sad drones ya and the exams papers and the ekoi so that's anti drones no esa yare and na ye ka say yewo Ghana card. It's not brilliant. A very credible database. When I say, and now Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, so ena yenya sa nyamawi. Na the four president that about the opportunity send also to be to us because President Kufuor and the 50 years here. Now, 50 years here, Kakrebi no to me here. It wasn't good to me to us, but they were not thinking digital. NDC cannot think digital. So I say, but Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia thinks digital. I say, sad digitalization. Everything abwa enti yenye. Ena, sisi yenina yewo Ghana card. It me abwa because it gives you one identity. And so one identity. There's no way. So with me, I could use two different cards. And unfortunately for us, card will data all your information. I was so. And they say, oh, banks are. I think say Ghana card we use. Ghana card we use. And now share the risk na previously na because me bankers be di come say I didn't want me enko digital. I didn't want me enko digital because what bucha it's so easy. I didn't have one. I say you didn't do because you need a form of identification. If it media challenges say you hear say the way. The time will come, and the time has come. And then call digitalization easily. As soon as we share risk, amount for loan or interest with also we share the risk component. See, can I identify it will be identify me with 26% tax. Can I have 2.4 tax because your corporate institutions, your institutions are there. You can always identify them, but there are others they cannot be identified until say this Ghana card. And they can say your 10 tax identification number. The same number or card so. Say you pay 18 million. It mean in your Ghana card. The infant less than 50% kwana. Juma. Would the infant 8 million? 8 million say 2 million in each year. Sika akese tax akese na dodo no ba. It is possible say you need to atiso am go for bibiri etimi abem ababetua because say me tua 26% bia na me nua bi no bonu because doso but here nyina ye doso you need to risk no be for because bank no be to identify easily. It's what I say na risk no perform ama interest rate so etimi perform agenda 111 Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia call president ho and say because president man full access ye man say this will book appointment enu abiti wo nanado enu o say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia on man book appointment anytime bia so ohunu bia no it can come in, and that is in fact it is very heartwarming. Say pa wo de o vice put man access at any time. I think say bibia ina o say share bibi free the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ayeno. And again o say onunu ho da say ofa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as vice onye bibi dream entiano onye bibia obeka say wonunu ho ana say waye corrupt the man eduma say koye okofa kona fast be see that this is the man has integrity. The integrity was so for the president to give such a recommendation on you that you say wabo more than pa. And yet these two and the who say President Jacob Kufuor only Aliu Mama any Nanadu any this vice a friend Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia who say there's cordial relationship now cordiality between Nanadu any the vice president okay, I said the vice president of Prof Mills. There were some issues about corruption issues. You can't say yes, a man was who on free day. So I said so there were issues between them.
Allegations.
Oh, yeah.
And the man is no more. So I don't want that.
But your government official one. Why they determine why they establish here? it has also been established in this country. Say, government official one. The former president, John Dramani Mahama. So what I say? I think say, and your man here, senior.
And you know, in 1 minute, young people are first-time voters. A dear message in all the mouth.
First time. I think say, I was say first time voters, most of them or more call free stages, so emphasis. Among Kotuabano, omnium parents, among Kotuabano, no protect free stages because the former president say already someone with 2 billion of Uncle share free stages. I say, Yentimi started because a binum Africans binum I had mistakes in the past. It started and mistakes and I do it now also on the buyer next say and you are part of MPP. Now, Osha and Osha Pine. I mean, Ashanti region. Roads, bare 2,145 kilometers. Ghana Hengina about 14,000 kilometers. Ashanti region over 2,000 kilometers. From a beer, a quine, them. If we are table, Kwame Nyamekye, a quanya at that for a long time. A quine so 20 kilometers per hour. And then we call 100 kilometers per hour, we call 120 kilometers per hour. Let's just say this government, and in my may believe say, your ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Now, on the policies, very good policies are a bit more boy. The ampa mining a nutrient. Now, young Tuaban, Emma, the current government, young protective free secretary, now, you say, and Yama this government. Etimi aye also the infrastructure nansi tenre choose and edutu a commission 80 infrastructural projects e bi see that o just here enti Ghana for ensure the future is digitalization the future and no and a bit na boy e bit the digitalization etimi eboa am save huge sums of money millions of Ghana cedis. Etimi ebuama omano ekorenim. Omunya first time voters. Any omunya omadwene so ombeto abano ama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Any parliamentary candidates nyina no. Omunko no monto abano. In fact, mitie consultant.
Professor Smasa.
Ne yo de bae.
Survey no.
Oma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia 49.1%.
John Dramani Mahama 45 points something.
That's here. Now, difference of about 4 percentage points. A very huge 4 percentage points. It's Ghana for Monko just go ahead. And now Metieno, at least he gives analysis. Just say he is well on the ground. Yes, sir, Ufiti Yana or and Metieu Ghana for and got to Abanoma, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, any parliamentary candidates in or say we are getting about 128 and the other and are likely to win a 41. Okabuma, a baby. See, young Hoyadumano, na young to Abano,
may that say very soon, Nana Jumo and Car now or the acknowledge your sponsor and the Kago news. This is in time. And your D. Jubediano, ABC, what the Honorable Samuel Kuja to Abrakwa, MP for North Tonka, what the Professor Smasapo, or your senior research fellow, Kumasi Technical University, and also Dr. Imara Amankwa, senior lecturer, KNUS, a member of MPP Inka, Monsieur from Sampson Kwame Nyamekye, me production Kenneth Obin, the Masaprana Kojo, Kojo Otrobose, Board. Yes, Frenchman and Kwame Walder, Danny Macju, Omunina, and also Kenneth where the slave, Sammy be the sports commander, Amenya Kwatifa. For now, Nana Jumo.
Yourself, Meda was say, Abusia, Akakuma, Bina, Yako peace, Yakofan Lusaka, Sebono, Ede, Abba, Na Yako, Yamfa Seda, Emma Sharp Herbs for Enwa, and the Imbustaba Misha, Edupa Wopanomono, a Imbustaba Misha and Mecafua, Mede Ebema, a booster immune system, no malaria few more, typhoid fever, or be no more at all with me in the Diano, and one a bit me abuano. Pharmacy, Herba Shop Biano, Ibenya Imbustaba Misha be at all anum. A fair you Imbus Pharmacy, yet to know a drobia will per to Bomadia, now for the question, Imbus Pharmacy fast, so you be a two. He will master quadie or fence so any touching my pan so yet matter this as a phono and a D and Michelle Bomadiana Fraying 0248 61 7882 0248 61 7882 Yankosia dear way a Institute of Distance Learning KN University and a year G Adusian for a fee program and a person postgraduate, undergraduate top-up, diploma, and as a dear here, Yanko Institute of Distance Learning, IDL, KN University, na Yankwajiti, NASA program C, Ninasha Science, Agriculture, Education, Business, Built Environment, Humanities, any engineering as say me patrol diploma in crowd high national diploma and I say bachelor degree be and one boy me patrol ne with them offer forms no ye na what me abusua de KN University campus biara boremu a ubenya forms ni bi ato na online and face to face session and weekends and ebeye no ntie okwa abefo interview so a ya wo idl.knust.edu.gh wo boswa ya wonsam nyina agu ho ne mo ana betimi afra yem kra e wo 0247 274661 0247 274661 Dr. Lawson so ewukrom law chemist ni gonorrhea esro no syphilis wo ba ne bema nyina ye pa wo bilharzia wo asisi etwo wo ba nso pesa yefie ti ya kama law chemist betimi aboa wo bema de wo dia aye delay man capsules no boa ama adwuma no kwa wo ye ne yie na wo kya so aye no papa mu aye delay man capsules bema hu so wo fom timi anu bi anase o prostate etete wonu bi a na esiesio Lawson Herbal Mixture sasabro awututio wonamya wonamro malaria oba abu nsa wote yawo koko anase fibroid Lawson Herbal Mixture ana de pamono no pay drugstore ne pharmacy biemu ebenya bi ato anom na se yepedoso po na etu a ene yekokolinac Mr. Herbal Danny Herbal Ferdimans have many apidank betimi afre 0242 133577 0242 133577 Abuse kopi sa na nyimeku a eso emudi akroni